Sure.
Okay. To begin, I would like everyone to think of your favorite type of song in music. Now imagine what it would be like if the government made it illegal for you to listen to those songs. This was the reality for jazz listeners during Nazi Germany during World War II. Throughout high school and college, I've given several presentations and written several papers about this topic. Today, I'm going to tell you how jazz got to Germany, how the Nazis tried to ban it, and how jazz helped the German people. To begin, it's important to know what jazz is. The Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz explains that jazz is a combination of African and European music. The rhyme, feel, and blues come from African roots, while the harmony and instruments played come from Europe. And jazz was very popular during America at this time. However, Kyra Thurman explains that African American musicians were banned from playing at the biggest opera houses. And for this reason, a lot of them immigrated to Germany, where at the time they faced less discrimination. Sadly, this changed when the Nazis took control. The HolocaustMusic.org explains that a coalition of district Nazi party leaders, police dictators, and local business people came together to ban jazz. Along with, in 1935, Jazz in Germany explains that the German government made a law banning jazz from radio. And their fear was that jazz was taking over the traditional German culture. The worst part about this prohibition was that the youth were specifically targeted. They were deemed swing youth if they listened to jazz, and they were imprisoned and tortured along with other jazz listeners during the time. And despite this harsh treatment of jazz listeners, jazz still managed to give people hope and encouragement. Examples of this come from the HolocaustMusic.org. They are a group. First, there's a group of swing youth who were detained in a work camp, and they would sing jazz to help encourage the other people in the camp as well as themselves. A man, Eric Perchman, who was in a concentration camp for being Jewish, would imitate the instruments played in jazz to help encourage people. Another group of swing youth called the Sing Sing Boys would perform in their work camp. And most notably about them is that the SS would come to watch the performances, which was a big statement for the people supposed to be enforcing German ideals to listen to the foreign music. And finally, there's my favorite example of how jazz helped people in Germany, and that's of Judah Hipp, and it comes from the Holocaust Project. Judah Hipp was a jazz pianist during this time, and her family recalled in an interview after the war that they didn't go to their bomb shelter during air raids. They would sit in their living room and listen to records of jazz whilst bombs were being dropped around them. She said that she didn't see the Allies as their enemy, and that was because of the jazz music and the influence it gave them. And through all these, we see how jazz is a catalyst for freeing the German people from the Nazis. So now that you know what jazz is and how it got to Germany, how it was prohibited, and how it influenced the German people, we can all better appreciate the freedoms that we have today. Thank you.
Thank you.